Alright, Shalom, I'm back again, like real quick. I just like skimming and I saw this article. Now another celebrity, is getting accused of sexual like misconduct and shit like that. And it just got me thinking, as far as those of you like Jakes and everything like that, a lot of people think like he's like an Israelite foreigner, or but the thing is, there's also like a lot of like just like Edomites in their own kingdom, getting caught up in like some bullshit, you know, as far as us and everything, as far as dealing with women, if as long as we like deal with women like lawfully and all that, and and we'll have that perfect heart and all that. But as far as like dealing with women, it's gonna be like you know like um like like picking apples off an apple tree. All right, but as far because you're not gonna have like they're gonna be like compliant and all that. All right, but here it is, like they're in their kingdom, or for like the Israelites that do like sell out, they're they receive their like consolation, but still, or that consolation like that they receive, it's still like in peril. All right, just from just from like a simple like accusation. And he's probably in the process of preparing his like legal like representation and things like that. All right, but it just takes like an accusation, for your reputation to be tarnished in this kingdom. As far as if it's so-called true or whatever, he might have gone about it, like lawfully and things like that, maybe according to the scriptures or whatever. We don't know. All right, but as far as like in this kingdom, the way you can deal with women like in the kingdom like is frowned upon, or at least they can always come up with some sort of like accusation against you. All right, so just gonna get Isaiah 10 and 1 real quick. Or Saki, this is just like an impromptu. All right, because I just did that because I just saw that. All right. All right, Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. So making the rules as you go along, just coming up with some shit. All right, or and as far as that sexual harassment, or or in the ancient world there was no such thing as like sexual harassment. All right, and there was only like a such thing as adultery, and that was only if that woman, all right, that you were dealing with like already had like a man or a husband or whatever. All right, and or the definition of a husband was always or all right, someone who's whoever's like whoever's like putting that work in, as far as or I'm not gonna go into detail, but all right, it's not always like, it's not a state like sanctioned thing, but here's an example of King David. All right, the things, some things that he was just like able to do, or in his kingdom. All right. All right, so this is all right, this is 2 Samuel. All right, 6. All right, and let's see. All right, Slakia. All right, Slakia. Let's start up. All right, 2 Samuel 6 and 14. right, should start at all right, Slacky. All right, 20. Then David returned to bless his household, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, "How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovered himself." All right, so, pop quiz, what happened? Was he like apprehended, or was he reprimanded, or even like rebuked by anyone of substantial status, other than his wife at the time? Or did they like take the crown away from him? Or and say shame on you for doing that? Because what was happening, he was just like dancing, out of joy because they just received like the Ark of the Covenant. Or and there was just like a little wardrobe malfunction. Or on all the women, did those women, did they like get into the process of filing a class action lawsuit against him? All right, but let's find out. All right, 21. And David said unto Michal, "It was before the Lord which chose me before thy father, and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in mine own sight. And of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I behead in honor." So, all right, verse 23. All right, therefore Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no child unto the day of her death. All right, so he was just like, fuck you, bitch, you're fired. And you're fired and you're under house arrest, basically. All right, you could never do something like that. Just for those of you that might be watching this video, and you're thinking about selling out, falling out to sell out, or not coming in the truth in order to like be established in this society, or that's just something to it's just a little food for thought. Right. All right, because just as far as that's just an example, as far as like having the type of authority you'll have like over women, and let's see, it's lucky. Once again, this was just like spur of the moment. All right, 1 Corinthians, all right, 9 and 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Or it's incorruptible. Or just as far as or as long as everything's like lawful and everything like that, and we're gonna be perfect anyway. All right, but in this kingdom, whether you're an Israelite or an Edomite, if you like fuck up royally, no pun intended, or like you run the risk of having everything taken from you, and even like your life. Look at Bill Cosby, O.J. Simpson, or whether even I forget that one and this other guy that they're coming down on, he's from the fucking tribe of Amalek. Or and he's still like under fire, whether I don't know, but whether it's like all theatrics or whatever. All right, but for those just having faith, staying in this truth, until the kingdom, that's gonna be like that's one of the reasons why it's a much sweeter deal, all right, than trying to establish yourself in this kingdom. All right, but that was all With that, I'm going to say shalom.